Hey guys, it is Wednesday today, and we are in the midst of our Harlem Renaissance unit. You guys are done with poetry for a little bit until after we watch A Raisin in the Sun. At the end of this week, we are going to watch A Raisin in the Sun, and I do want to say right now that the Zoom meeting on Thursday is required. That means that you'll get graded for coming to class on Thursday. I will be on Zoom at 12:30, and it'll probably be about 15 minutes that will be on Zoom. But I do want to talk to you about the movie that we're going to watch and some things to pay attention to. Some of you will already have started watching the movie at that point, but it is going to be required for you to show up to class on Thursday. So that's not today, that is tomorrow. And so for today, you are going to be comparing and contrasting some pretty famous people from this time period. And so we're going to go through a little bit of information on these two characters within the Harlem Renaissance. And so we are going to be talking about W.E.B. Du Bois and Booker T. Washington. And we are going to be talking about their shared vision and how they believed the African American community could improve their lives. They had two very different ideas. And so tomorrow you're going to be comparing and contrasting these and then doing a discussion very similar to today that answers who you think had the better vision and why. So the end goal of this, as you said, you're going to research both of them, and then you're going to establish who had the better vision. So Booker T. Washington is the first one that we're going to talk about. He was born into slavery in 1856, and his father was unknown to him. He was most likely white, but his mom did not talk about his dad often. And so he worked at a plantation and later in a mill. He taught himself how to read throughout his slavery. And in 1872, he walked 500 miles in Virginia to go to school. He went to Hampton Normal Agricultural Institute in Virginia. So that is a mouthful, but he left his home, walked 500 miles on foot to this place so that he could go to school. He learned a trade. He learned how to do hard work. He already knew that with slavery, but this was for himself. And so he won a scholarship in his hard work and founded then in his moving forward from that, the school called Tuskegee Institute. It was solely Black students that were accepted into this. It was in Alabama, and it was specific to trade. So his goal was in this school to establish industrial and moral education that talked about what you could do to be a better person, and then have a specific trade that you could move forward in life and gain money from. And so this was the first one. The second one was W.E.B. Du Bois, and he established the second philosophy that we are going to be talking about. He was born in Massachusetts in 1868. He also identified as mulatto, which is the mix between white and Black, and he established he freely attended school with whites, mingled with white culture. He was supported by white teachers, and so had a very different philosophy from our friend here, from Booker T. Washington. In 1885, he moved to Tennessee. He attended a well-known college, Fisk University, and this is the first time in his experience that he encountered Jim Crow laws. Notice the difference between growing up in Massachusetts then and growing up as our friend here did, in slavery in the Deep South. And so in 1885, he moved to Tennessee, and this is considered a Southern state. He became the first African American to earn a doctorate from Harvard, and he was the co-founder of the NAACP. Du Bois openly and often criticized Washington. Washington's belief was, we don't need to demand equality. We need to work for ourselves. I need to better myself. I don't need to worry about what anyone else thinks of me. Who cares about racism? Who cares about segregation? I need to do this for myself. And so in doing that, he is completely ostracized themselves from the white culture, the white problem, as many people talked about it. And so Du Bois criticized Washington for not demanding this equality for African Americans. We obviously are not going to do partner work, but I do have the handout for you, which gives a little bit of information about both of these two's philosophy, Booker T. Washington and W.E.B. Du Bois. I have a short handout to walk you through that. And so that is going to be due first. After you're done with that, you are then going to head again into the discussion portion and answer that question. Who had the better belief system? Who do you agree with and why? Again, in a paragraph. And then after you write that paragraph, you're going to compare, contrast, and discuss with other classmates. So that is going to be your assignment for today. It is short-ish in regards to writing, but it is similar to what we did yesterday. On Thursday, I'm going to remind you that our Zoom meeting at 12:30 is required. All of you need to be in attendance in the Zoom meeting so that we can go over and talk about A Raisin in the Sun. That's going to be our assignment for Thursday and Friday, and you are going to be watching that by yourself and then doing a worksheet and discussion for Friday for that. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. I'll see you guys, everyone, live on Thursday at 12:30. And if you have questions about the assignment, I will be on Zoom at 12:30 today as well. That one is not required. Tomorrow's is. All right. Have a good day. Bye.